We have never pulled a trailer before, but as the proud owners of a brand new Alliance fifth wheel, we were just days away from escaping the sub-freezing temperatures of Indiana for warmer weather in Texas.
They see our Florida plates.
Yeah,
it's okay.
They're from Florida.
We don't know what we're doing.
Before we could leave, we had numerous challenges to overcome, including the fact that I would have to leave Chris and he would have to figure things out all on his own. I don't know, man. You might go to the airport and it might not be there. I don't know. I don't think RV life's for me. Babe, I know.
Well, welcome to today. I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's got to be a weekend because nobody's here. The sun has been shining all day long and it's cooked off a lot of the snow. We actually just got above freezing. Doesn't look like it, but we are at about 34 degrees right now, which is fantastic considering we've not been above freezing for the last week. Something I never thought I'd say in my life. I know we're babies about the snow and the cold, but that's just who we are. We winterize by heading south, and we're going to be doing that pretty soon. And now we got to unpack everything that we've thrown into the trailer, and then I'm going to talk about one of the issues that we've had related to our battery power. That's something that I did not consider, but well, I did, but I'll tell you about that in just a minute. We've made a lot of progress, and we need to because Lindsay, by this time tomorrow, is on a plane flying south, and I am left with the trailer and the dogs in the truck, and a couple more tasks that we've got to finish up with the hitch. Joe made the mistake yesterday of giving Lindsay the red tape and said, "Go find anything that is not to your satisfaction." So
I found it. I found, rubs, marks, stuff that, like, I know we're not going to be at, like, I don't have the paint color to fix that. And if it chips even more, like, it's going to bother me. So they can do that pretty easily.
So that's Tuesday morning for us. Today is Saturday. Lindsay flies out tomorrow, plus Nick comes back to do the Kingpin adapter so that we can pull this around. Lindsay will be gone. Kind of like when we bought the sailboat, that old beat-her-up sailboat. I went sailing for the first time all by myself.
When I was in Costa Rica.
Yeah, Lindsay was in Costa Rica on a missions trip, and I was freaking out. I had my buddy who was like encouraging me from his sailboat, which was, way far away. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. He's like, just do it. So that's going to be, sorry, I can't say that because that's Nike's motto. But that's kind of how learning how to drive this fifth wheel is going to be. It's going to be, just do it. So Nick did offer to help me make a couple loops around the parking lot here. That is the beauty of the weekend, is that there's nobody here. So I've got all the space in the world to set up some cones if I can remember where I packed them and move things around so that I can pretend like I'm backing into a campsite. Hey, wait, I don't have to pretend. Alliance has 5 campsites for people to be able to stay when they're coming in for repairs or warranty work or whatever, which is another freaking amazing thing about this company. It's really awesome that they do have that. So I will learn how to actually pull up to a campsite and back in, and that'll be tomorrow, Sunday. We are fortunate, and it's kind of the planning for all the crazy stuff that we didn't plan or that we overplanned, is that our first stop when we leave here is Galveston, Texas, where we're going to get our power and solar installation. And Mark and Charles, who are down there, are Alliance experts. They're super qualified to be able to do repairs of all kinds. Yeah. So God forbid we broke a plumbing pipe, or there's some wiring issues, or anything crazy like that.
Don't work.
But they're going to be handy. So if something does rattle loose on my 1,200-mile drive, we're going to a place where they can fix it. Speaking of finishing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do whirlwind last round of packing, because we're going to need to bring the slide out in, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. I've been saying because we had a problem last night, a big power problem.
So with everything we've already moved in, we have yet to move in probably one of the most important items and the biggest item into our new RV, though it's not so big right now. Take a look. That's right. It's our RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. We got the Aurora Luxe Hybrid mattress. It is my favorite mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. It is the exact mattress that we had in our motorhome. I loved it so much. We slept on that thing for 3 years with 0 issues. So I just told them I want to get the exact same one. I don't want to change. I love that mattress. It was perfect for me and Chris, and now we are going to unwrap this bad boy and install it into our brand new fifth wheel. Exciting because, yeah, I have missed sleeping on this thing. It's been, how long has it been? 4 months?
About 4 months.
It's been about 4 months that I have not. So when we sold our motorhome, we sold the mattress with it. And I was a little sad, but that was a short queen. And then our fifth wheel, we now have a full-size queen. So we've upgraded in size. We get 5 extra inches on the end, which Chris will be so thankful for. So it actually worked out. So yeah, we're going to unwrap this brand new, beautiful mattress. And, oh, I can't wait to sleep on it. RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding offers amazing mattress solutions for RVers. Whether you're full-time or a weekend warrior, you will appreciate the fact that they ship for free directly to you in a conveniently sized box and come with a 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty.
Now, for the fun part.
There she is. Isn't she a beaut?
There you go, Jim. We love our RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, and we think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out rvmattress.com. You can click the link below or go to rvmattress.com/wander to get 30% off your order or with code WANDER.
So the big problem that we had last night is this trailer is ours, under our possession, paid for. It is still on the Alliance property. So we had it parked in this camping spot, and it was below freezing all day, and it was going to be even colder at night. And we wanted to try to keep it warm because the idea was eventually we can bring everything that we've got in the hotel room over here. Everything in the hotel room are things that can't freeze. So everything from our camera equipment and our hard drives to food products, water and apple juice and coffee creamer, things like that. And I kind of want to get everything packed away. The problem is every night it freezes, and until today it has not got above freezing. So what we did was we brought it, had it backed into this campsite, and then we're like, let's turn the furnace on. Let's put it at the lowest setting, and we're like, as long as it's above 32, everything in here should not freeze and the furnace won't run all night. Unfortunately, the lowest furnace setting was 60 degrees. So we had our LiTime lithium battery. It's 100 amp hour, so it's a little baby compared to what we're about to put in this thing. But the 100 amp hour battery was just to get us all the way down to Texas, and then we're going to repurpose that battery for something else. But for now, we need it to be able to run all of our systems when we get on the road and we're driving and all that. The best part about lithium is it can run all the way down to zero, and you don't have to worry about breaking anything, frying anything, destroying your appliances or whatever. It's not good necessarily to always run down to zero or to run down to zero, but the idea is that the lithium can then recharge. It's kind of like your cell phone battery. Lithium's only downfall is that they will not charge in sub-freezing temperatures. So when our camper is going to be outside, sitting here all by its lonesome in freezing temperatures, it's not going to be able to charge. So it's going to be needed to do the furnace to do the ignition, whatever, with the furnace. And we didn't think about the furnace running continuously. We are pretty confident when we woke up in the morning it was below freezing again. And we went out to check on the camper. I walked in and I noticed immediately it was freezing cold, literally 32 on the thermostat. So the batteries died. I couldn't turn on any lights. The battery died, and that was our fault. I just figured I wouldn't plug in because that would just be teasing the battery. It'd be saying, hey, I want to charge you, but I can't because you won't charge above or below freezing. So we didn't hook up last night. Also did a little trick called the pros that we're going to, Mark and Charles, with unplugged RV solar. And Mark said, why don't you go get a little heater, put it in that storage bay, and keep the battery compartment warm enough that it can charge or stay charged overnight. So we're going to give that a shot tonight. We are not going to run the furnace because we also filled up our propane tank today, and it ran through about a half a tank of propane, which was astounding. But that was just continuously running. So we decided we only need it to be warm enough, like right now when we're moving things in and we're settling around and all that. And I also need enough power in this battery, so I don't want to wear it out, and I don't want it to, to go below charge and not come back up because it freezes the next couple days. So we need to pull the slide out in, and we're also going to need to lift the jacks up to be able to drive around. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. So our goal right now is to stay warm enough while we're unpacking and everything, and then we're going to keep this LiTime battery happy for the next day or two until I can get on down to warm, I guess the next 3 days or so, until I can get down to warmer weather, and then it will not be an issue. Lithium batteries are phenomenal. The price point is great. Again, LiTime is good value because it meets your needs and is very affordable. When we were first started RVing, lithium was so crazy expensive. And even now, if you go with some of the bigger name brand stuff, you're going to be paying for the same kind of battery technology, but you're going to be paying for the name. So if you're looking for an affordable option that performs and does what it needs to do, LiTime is it. It's also really lightweight. I picked up this 100 amp hour battery and was totally surprised by how lightweight it was. So when you're in a trailer, weight is always something you want to consider. In a motorhome, in any kind of RV, weight is something to consider. So these batteries are lightweight, and they perform the way that they're supposed to. The downfall, of course, is just that you can't charge them in the cold. But for now, we're just trying to get this this trailer down to Texas, where we do our real power overhaul, and that is going to be fun because we're putting a lot of batteries in here. We're putting a lot of solar on the roof. It's going to be awesome, and you will never, ever, ever again hear us talk about running out of power ever again, because we are putting a little power station, a little power plant into and on our trailer. So for now, that was our little dilemma when we woke up this morning, our little issue, and we're just working around it until we can get south. I'm ready for it. Today is a very, very, very exciting day. It is Australia Day, and incidentally, the way we always remember one of our kids' birthdays is because they were born on Australia Day. They're an Australian cattle dog.
Happy birthday, Everest. Happy birthday. Oh, it's your birthday. We don't have cake. It's your birthday. We don't have cake. We got love. We got love. We got love. We got love.
And how old is Everest today?
She just turned 9, which is frightening because that means she has been on the road 7 of those 9 years. And man, that's a lot of time for us on the road. But what fun adventures we have had. And of course, I'm not going to leave Huckleberry out, but today is not his day. Today is my sweet puppy's day. Happy birthday.
HBD.
HBD. Maybe I'll find something fun to do with you. Because your mama, well, she's getting on a jet plane and she's leaving
I'm leaving you.
in just a couple of minutes.
Ready to leave. Gonna leave in about 30 minutes for the airport in South Bend. That's right. I'm leaving. I'm leaving you, babe.
Okay. Do I get
I'm
the dogs?
leaving on a jet plane.
Do I get the dogs?
I'm not coming back here. It is true.
Get down, buddy.
I don't
Get
know,
down.
man.
Get
You
down,
might go to the airport and I might not be there. I don't know. I don't think RV life's for me. Babe, I'm out.
Well, okay.
That's what we should name this episode. Chris doesn't like my jokes. I'm just joking. I'm coming back, but I'm not coming back to Elkhart. I'm flying back to Houston, where we're getting our solar done. Actually, we're getting our solar done in Galveston, which is just south of Houston, but Houston is that big airport. And then we're hightailing it to California for our 40-day Baja caravan. So it'll be a lot of fun. And it'll be fun taking a brand new fifth wheel down to Baja. But that's why we got a shorty. And I'm flying back to Florida to get the registration done. Normally, if we weren't in such a rush to get to Mexico, it wouldn't be that big deal. We would just do the registration through the mail and get that later. But because we need it within 2 weeks now, we were afraid it was going to take too long to get it shipped. So that's why I'm flying to Florida, just to go ahead and you can get it done the day of. I can walk out with the registration sticker in my hand and then fly back to Texas with the registration. And then we're good to go, because the one thing that Mexico always looks at when you cross the border is your registration. That is they don't look at your passports. They barely look at your passports. And They always check the RVs and the trucks registration, so we gotta have it.
You guys coming?
I'm leaving you, buddy. I'm leaving you. I love you. I'll see you in a few days. I'll see you in a few days. All right. This is where I leave you.
Okay. Safe travels.
Love you.
Be in constant contact. And just like that, Lindsay's at the airport in South Bend, Indiana. She's flying back to Jack's, and the dogs and I are going to go back. And we've got a busy 2 days in front of us, or busy day and a half, before we hit the road on Tuesday morning, God willing. Welcome back. We are picking up where we left off. I am about to go and meet with Nick again. Nick is coming out to where the fifth wheel is, and he's got to install the adapter that's going to allow us to put that into the hitch. Once Nick gets it all set up, we're gonna hitch up, and I'm gonna go putz around the parking lot and see how that works out. Try to ease my mind over the biggest concerns I have, such as how to pull this trailer and backing up into spots, or what if I get in a tight squeeze, or the gas station issue of pulling up to a pump and trying to get out when there might be crowds or whatever. So anyway, first step is let's go get Nick and let's get that trailer all figured out and set up so we can hitch up. My turn to work. First time hooking up. This will be fun. I'm glad Nick's here. Pulling it for the first time. Runny nose. Whew. I got a big boy in the back of my truck. I'm grateful Nick is here, above and beyond service.
You're never gonna hit. You could cut your wheel and drive in circles, and you're never gonna hit.
Awesome.
But go ahead and kind of gut to the left side. I'm gonna have you do a full U-turn and maybe try to even drive in a circle a little bit.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot easier than you're worried about. I can tell you that with this truck and trailer.
I can feel it. I mean, I feel the weight of it.
Oh yeah, it's back there. Okay, if you think you can do a U-turn, do a U-turn. That's as tight as your truck and trailer's ever gonna get in a straight line.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this is a fairly tight. I mean, this is a really tight turn. You're at probably 70, or you're probably 80 degrees or better.
Yeah.
The one thing we got going for us is everything's flat and level. So, you know, your pin box, everything's relatively level. What we need to think about is what happens if you're on uneven terrain, the trailer's pitched. So that's where your clearance is over here. You know, you have 7, 8, 10 inches of clearance even on your box cover there. Plenty of room from the cab because you got a long bed, so no real concerns as far as clearance goes. Because we did put the adapter forward of the kingpin, we're going to look at the back of the pin box here. You can see that there's never going to be an issue with that pin box getting close to the bedside.
Yeah.
Maybe the electrical box, maybe, but I don't even think that's going to be anywhere near it at any point in time.
I don't think so.
And of course, we would have to be at a pretty, there's clearance all day long. We want to do some towing and actually put a couple miles on it with me in the passenger seat.
You're down?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. I'm going to grab my phone out of the car though.
Okay, I'll pick you up. So we're doing a little bit of a stress test. What I like about having Nick here is making sure that the things that I worry about, he's already ahead of the game. So we put it at not quite a 90-degree turn, but you can see with our long bed, it's about a foot in between the trailer and the cab of the truck, and then the clearance again underneath here. The kingpin's never gonna come and actually hit the side of the truck, so that's good. We will address the wiring issue if we can make a longer wiring harness, but this is about the worst situation it could be in on flat ground. Now see what will happen if we were making a turn with this, not quite at the same degree, but if we were making a turn where we had to go up or down, because I can imagine some places where in Baja we're definitely going to make a turn down. Just want to make sure that I understand what's going to happen and kind of what my limitations are. I am super conservative. If you know anything about following us, I don't try to break anything. Rich, if you're watching, I know you watch all of them, you're laughing right now because you're the guy that would take me out and make me break everything just so I know, one, how my limits are, and two, how to get myself out of those situations or how to fix things. But for now, I'm going to take Nick's advice on everything. He is the pro when it comes to the hitches. I feel pretty comfortable right now. Haven't done any backup, so that's why I'm going to go grab Nick and we're going to go take some maneuvering. For the next hour or so, I drove around the parking lot with Nick. We practiced making standard maneuvers, imitating things like pulling in and out of a gas station, making sharp turns, and of course, the dreaded backing into a campsite. My gosh, if it wasn't so cold, never got above freezing today, but if it wasn't so cold, this is a beautiful, beautiful sunset. I guess that's how it is up north. Maybe that's what keeps people living up here in the winter. But so I did more than just hooking up. I decided I'd spend the next hour or so running myself through every ringer, every scenario I could possibly think of for what I know we are going to get into in Mexico, and what I don't know, I don't know. But I was able to get back into the campsite a couple times. I tried to do 3 or 4 different times. I did 4 times. I tried to do 3 in a row and then I gave up. But I did get the camper back into the campsite, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug the heater back in on the battery so it can charge a little bit overnight. If you're getting tired of seeing me all bundled up, so am I. I'm ready to get south. It is windy. It's like 40-mile-an-hour winds right now. I know that because I'm from Florida. I can gauge the wind. I can just stick my tongue out and I can figure out how much wind is blowing. There's 40 miles an hour worth of wind right now. So anyway, I got back and I ran a burrito run. I'm gonna go in and eat a burrito at Picante's. If you're ever in the Elkhart area, Picante is awesome, awesome, awesome food. I order in Spanish, it's great. Anyway, I did that previous video with Lindsay, and this is my farewell. Hey, dogs, come on, man. Come on, man. That guy's gone. Anyway, so I got back and I loaded up the trailer. It's all set to go, but I wanted to show you the trailer all hooked up and ready to go for its maiden voyage. For now, here she is.